lovely people, and welcome to the Arya Bark Podcast. Hashtag March Knitting Challenge 2024 Day 4. I've not had the greatest start this morning. May or may not have slept in quite badly. I didn't actually get up till 10:15 this morning. It wasn't a particularly late night last night. I've been running late all morning, and as is normal when I oversleep, I tend to be a bit sluggish. So I have so far today done the YouTube stuff for the podcast that was recorded yesterday, so that's now up. I did manage to get the vlog up last night and get all the YouTube stuff done for that yesterday. So that's been done. I have replied to comment with a cup of tea. What else have I done this morning? I've put the dinner on. And it wasn't until I literally came back and sat down, I was like, I could have recorded that. Apologies. So for dinner tonight we are having beef casserole, possibly with garlic bread, possibly with roast potatoes. It's going to be lush. There is more veg in my casserole than in the local co-op. I have made progress on my socks. I never made as much progress yesterday. Obviously I done the vlog, which was exceptionally short. I recorded the podcast, editing that took forever. I did work on my socks last night. I did not get any of the heels in. However, I came to the realisation this morning I have a slight issue. Now, I said yesterday that I had to do the 17 rounds to complete the chart, and an additional 4 to get up to the 70 that I needed for my foot, which is fine. However, what I didn't take into account, those 70 rounds is based on a 2.25mm needle. I'm not using a 2.25, I'm using a 2.5. So I had to get to 18 inches for my foot. Yeah, I am currently sitting at 19.5. I could technically rip it back, but I'm not going to. I still need to do, I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference. And on all honesty, I don't like I know socks are supposed to have negative ease. That's fine. I don't like them feeling too restrictive on my feet. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the heel in now. So on a 2.25 I need to do 65 rounds. Actually, I think it could have actually been 60 to be perfectly honest with you. Actually, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do it on this side. On a 2.25 it was literally 60 rounds that I would have needed to have done for putting the heel in. So I think what I'm going to do is, it's only an extra 5 rounds. It's no anything major. But I'm going to put the heels in now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to split them off. I'm going to put this one on this needle, and I'm going to work the heel with the two of them separated. I do need to get the heels finished to cover. Yesterday then I need to put another 35 rounds in for today. We are at 5-1. I've also noticed I don't knit as much if I'm watching something. So I did a little experiment last night. The podcast's about an hour and a half. So what I did this morning was I timed myself. I think I'd got I hadn't done that much, to be perfectly honest with you. I think I was about here. Obviously, because I had to keep picking it up and putting it back down, I think I only got to about there. So I timed myself for an hour and a half without watching anything, and I did manage to get pretty much that much done. Obviously on both socks. So yeah, I can't be watching anything when I'm doing this pattern. It is now coming up very, very close to 1 o'clock. Master Ryan is on his way home for lunch. I do have that in the air fryer as we speak. Sorry, I'm tracking him. So once I have lunch, I'm going to have a break for lunch, and hopefully when I come back I should have at least one of the heels in. I hope you're having a pleasant morning, afternoon, evening, whenever this does go up. I made a mistake in yesterday's video by saying that I had to do, was it 15 rounds? It actually isn't. It's a 32 row chart. The 35 rounds, obviously, bearing in mind this started off with 20 rounds for my toe, so I then only had 15. That left 17 rounds. I think a couple of times I got them mixed up and said it was 15 rounds and 17. 15 and 17. It's not. It's 17 rounds to finish a part and repeat, and then 15 rounds to make it up to the 35 rounds a day. Yeah. So that's it. I am quickly going to go. Mr. Bark will be here very, very shortly, so I do need to... He doesn't have that long for his lunch, so obviously I've made his lunches in the air fryer as we speak. And I like to have a coffee ready for him when he comes in. And he might bring treats. Chocolate treats are always good. So I am going to go. I will nip back on once I've got a bit more progress. And oh, that's what I wanted to say. I want to say a massive thank you to the gorgeous Denise who gave me the tip of editing the vlog as I go along, as opposed to just recording and then trying to edit it all at one go. So thank you very much, Denise. Love you loads. So yeah, I hope you have a very, very crafty day, and I will see you back here again. So good evening, lovely peoples. How are we all doing? I hope you're well. Progress on the socks. They are off. They are separated. I have managed to do the heel on one. However, I am in heel hell. Trying to keep track of the decreases on the back and the stitch pattern on the front. I've literally given myself eye strain. At some point I managed to lose 2 stitches. I'm going to have to turn this inside out and check to see where my stitches have went. I haven't seen any drop stitches. However, that's no saying that there isn't one. I honestly don't know how I managed to lose 2 stitches. Oh, I've just pulled that right out. Well done. You're so speckled. Right. So I have managed to do, obviously, this. Where was it last time you saw it? I genuinely do not have any idea where it was. I was about there. It's about here the last time you saw it. So I have managed to do the heel and keep the pattern going on the front. I just have this one to do. Never know why socks take me so long. In all honesty, I don't like knitting patterned socks on a 9-inch circular. I just didn't. I had no problem with this pattern doing it magic loop 2 at a time. This, it's not even the small circular, because obviously a vanilla sock I will normally knit on Magic Loop because it's literally just going round and round in circles. So it's not even that. I think it's because there's a pattern and I'm having to concentrate. So, do I think I'll get another 35 rounds put on this sock tonight? No. At the moment, I am swaying whether to... I've completed round 21. I have another 10 rounds to go on this one to finish that pattern repeat. I'm going to have to keep them. Obviously, I've got my other 9-9 circular. I'm going to have to keep them on. I do think that there's every chance that I could get the other sock finished tonight. But it might put me behind. So I don't know whether to... Obviously, I need 2 of these finished by Thursday. I'm sure I said the other sock had to be cast on Thursday. I have to have them finished by Thursday. I think what I'm going to do is do the heels today. Try and get both the heels done today, and then that will leave me tomorrow to do the leg pattern on one, and then Wednesday to do the leg pattern on this one. Then that will leave me Thursday to do the cuffs, which I can then do back on Magic Loop in 2 at a time. And I think I said 15? I'm sure it was 15 rounds. So that's my plan. But to give myself a bit of a break and to let my head settle, and in celebration of knitting the heel on one sock, as I've said the last wee while, mostly on the podcast, I have a real urge to cast on a cozy memory blanket. I did think that the mug rug would have quailed the urge. I had a plan on how I wanted one to look. There was 2 elements that I wanted to test, whether it was too tedious for me and I'd go, you know what, I'm not doing this, stuff it. Which has happened with a couple of blanket projects. I'm like, nah, it's not happening. So I tried it out. Then I had the thought, will it work? So I planned it out. You can see I've planned it out. That didn't help it. I then started, I've been having dreams about a cozy memory blanket. And it's like, if I don't make one, I'm literally going to knock myself demented. So I kind of cast one on. I have no business casting on yet another blanket. I am well aware I have loads. I sat and I went through all my blankets and I literally said I do not need another blanket. I need to get my Chinese mitered one finished. However, the dream I had last night was that I finished it and it was like, what did I do now? So I've got one going. I'm kind of hoping tonight I will not have dreams about cozy memory blankets. So that's what I did as a break once I completed the other heel. I have had my dinner. I have started the other heel. I did a little test to see if I would be quicker without watching something, and I am. So I do have an audio podcast that I can listen to. So I'm just going to listen to that while I finish off my heel. You're not saying everything happens for a reason. Obviously, I went through all my... But let's be honest, it wasn't all my scraps, because obviously there's a bag here. There's the bags that I showed you yesterday. There's scraps in... that one, and that one. There's a whole load of scraps in that one that can go in. Is there any other ones? And there's another bag down there that's got a whole load of sock yarns, rather large amounts of sock yarn that I've used, and like Stephen West shawls and stuff like that, stuff that's been left over for other projects that are too big that I could technically make something else with. So the plan is, I'm going to do like a tonal, a solid or a tonal, with either a self-striping, patterned, variegated, that sort of yarn. And I'm just going to keep doing that. So obviously there's a tonal, is that tonal solid? That's tonal. Obviously this is a variegated. The one down here, which will be square, no, actually, is that right? Wait a minute, to get my direction right, it'll go that way. I'll then add number 3 on here, and that will be a tonal or a semi-solid. Then this one will be a variegated or a self-striping, that sort of thing. And I'm just going to keep going round, alternating them. And what I want is a cross in the middle. And then, actually I'll show you on this because it looks better on this one. Can you see? For it to go like that. And I'll just keep, where did I finish on this? Finish down here, so that it'll then go up and round, and then I'll go out again, and then up and round. And I'll keep doing that until it's symmetrical and big enough. Do I know how big this blanket's going to be? No, I don't. Do I have any business casting another one on? No, I don't. Has it stopped me? Clearly it hasn't, because everything happens for a reason. Now, I never said to anybody that I had any intentions of casting this on. I cast it on, and I'd literally just finished this one, and I got a notification to say that Ryan was heading home. Somebody had posted something in the Zoom group, and I went on to have a look, and I noticed that there was a lot of messages. Some of them were from Andrew. However, there was a message from a viewer who very kindly offered, now I'm going to be completely honest, who very kindly offered me the opportunity to test out some minis. She did send me a picture. They are stunning. Oh my god, they're gorgeous. Obviously, I have been completely honest, I'm colourblind. I don't know if, like, I know that's yellow. I couldn't tell you the shade of yellow. I know it's yellow. That, I couldn't tell you what colour that is. It looks red. It might be red, it might be brown. Who knows? I cannot see shades. When I put colours, I know roughly what colour it is, like that. Purple. That one. Orange. It could be a reddy orange. It could be a yellowy orange. I have no idea. It's just orange. In certain lights, it kind of looks a bit red. I don't care. I did make the disclaimer that obviously I'm colourblind, so I may possibly say that it's pink when it's actually red. However, it doesn't take away from the fact that I love them. I did also say I've yet to meet a mini that I don't love. I have said I will give my honest opinion of them. Shelley and Danielle have very, very kindly offered a prize for the Versus Arthritis giveaway, which I'm extremely grateful for. I get to test minis, but Shelley and Danielle have also offered a set of minis to give away as a prize. So again, I really do want to thank Danielle and Shelley for the very, very generous gift. I'm not going to lie, I'm very, very excited. Which leads me on to this. So, obviously you know I love a scrappy project. And I'm very multi-craft-ual. So, I'm going to add them into this. I'm also going to add it into my Chinese miter blanket. That might take a wee bit, because I'm literally in the middle of putting all my advents in. And I'll be honest, I'm really anal. I do need all my advents to sit together so that I don't go demented. However, the minute all my advents are in, I am going to put I think it's a 5 skein mini set. Obviously you'll see it when it comes, I will definitely show it. I wanted them to go in together because I do like to keep sets together. So I will put them all in my Chinese miter blanket together. They look lush. They really do look lush. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave. I have not even mentioned the name of the company. Goodness sake. What a muppet. Shelley and Danielle have been dyeing yarn for over a year. Just a hobby. As we do, we tend to dabble. But they're wanting to veer the hobby into an actual business. I have stalked Shelley's Instagram page for Raggtails. Now I'll leave the details up above. I will also leave Shelley's business down below as well. Now as I said, I'm being given a set free. However, I genuinely do hope that they do take the plunge and actually sell the yarn, because I do have my eyes all set on 2 seconds, and I'll see if I can bring the picture up, because I'm not gonna lie, it's stunning. How absolutely stunning are they? Now that is mini skeins based on Beatrix Potter's Peter Rabbit. I can totally see it. However, what really caught my eye, and this is the reason why I genuinely do hope that they do decide to open the business up to sell yarn. I need that. I'm not going to lie. I genuinely would pay good money for that. That's the Neon Nights. It's 7 mini skeins. Absolutely adore it. I will leave a link to the Raggtails page. Go over, give them a follow. Can I just say, Shelley, I hope you don't mind me sharing this, but look at your cute little puppy. So cute. Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. In answer to your question, Shelley, yes I do. Often use my scraps and minis as if they're decorations. I also leave them as to stroke. I'm weird. Honestly, go over, follow the page, like all the pictures. There's some really pretty knitting patterns and knitting projects in here. Can I just say? Oh, I did not know I needed these in my life, but apparently I do. We went to find them because they were here a minute ago. I need Christmas pudding and cake tree decorations. I didn't know I needed them, but apparently I do now. Stunning! They've got iced. What do you call them? The word. Please tell me. Mince pies. I love nice mince pies. Lush. Just saying. So go over and follow. They do have a craft group set up on Facebook. The link for that is in their bio. Go over, have a follow. I did get a notification that I was accepted into the group. However, my computer decided to have a fit and just kept downloading pages off the internet. It's like, whoa there, Nelly, let's stop doing that, you weirdo. So I take it Ellie must have walked across my computer, so I will have to restart my computer and I'll go on. Did I really need to start another project? No, I didn't. Am I in any way, shape or form remorseful for the fact that I've started another project? No, I'm not. As Nancy and I had the conversation, this year is going to be my year for minis. I love minis. I love scrappy projects. If there's ever an apocalypse, I've got enough yarn there to complete every single one of my blankets. So I've just given myself a hobby during the apocalypse, as long as there's no zombies that I have to go running for, because I'm obviously at that stage I'm going to die. Let's be completely honest, I can't run to save myself. However, leave me in a wee hole with all my projects. I'll be fine. It should work. So, I have made progress on my second sock, as I said. I should get this finished tonight. I'll do that while I'm editing this. I'm going to put this out the road because it's addictive. One last quick note on this while I remember. It's not going to be a priority, let's be honest. I don't aim to have it finished by the end of the year. I know it's going to take a while. The plan is going to be I need to find another bag. That's the other thing. I need to find another bag. We had beef casserole for dinner. It was lush. However, now I've got the hiccups. I'm not going to monogamously work on it. However, I will every now and again stick some squares in. The priority is definitely going to be getting the Tunisia miter blanket finished. I'll let you know tomorrow how it gets on. I do have an appointment with Andrew tomorrow. I do have my iPad with me anyway, so it's fine. So yeah, that is the plan. It's Denise's member Zoom tomorrow. I'm so excited. And yeah, so that's my plan. This one's a bit, again, I don't think it helped that I got up late. That's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. I really don't think it was a good idea to sleep as long. I am going to go, I'm going to get this edited, I'm going to get it uploaded. I'll do the YouTubey stuff. And did I do it? I've not done the thumbnail either. Again, I would like to say a massive thank you to Denise for the advice on editing as I go. And a huge, massive thank you and wishing them all the very best on their nice new business venture that I may possibly become obsessed with. To the lovely ladies over at Raggtails. And I am going to go because I'm just rambling nonsense. And I've started the pattern and I don't know if I'm doing it right. So let's not be mucking up the pattern just before you start. So I hope you have a very, very crafty evening, morning, afternoon, whenever you watch this. And I will see you back here again tomorrow. Bye!